Is this actual football we are watching? Or a horror movie written to destroy the Giants? How is it possible? Massive world-class teams, trembling on the pitch, scared to touch the ball, like they are walking on landmines. Who could believe this? The predictions? Completely dead. The tactical calculations? Just ink on paper. Welcome to the most bizarre World Cup in history. What exactly happened? In the stadiums of America, Canada, and Mexico, why did some football armies enter the pitch, completely frozen by fear? In this video, we uncover the dark secrets of the opening round. We talk about giants who lost their masks and unexpected heroes born from this madness. What is going to happen next? After this football earthquake? And who will become the ultimate dark horse? Let's dive in. Let's begin the story with the host nations. 3 countries, 1 continent opening its doors, but hospitality was not kind to everyone. Extreme climate, heavy humidity, high altitude, long travel. Everything looked designed to help the home teams, but football does not care about geography. Mexico entered with energy. Their stadiums felt alive. The pressure never stopped, and they found an important win. Then came the United States. They did not simply win. They attacked with speed, moved the ball quickly, pressed high, and sent a message. But then, everything slowed down. Canada, what happened? Home fans, home weather, home stadium. Yet, nothing felt comfortable. Every action looked difficult. Every decision looked heavy. The draw felt frustrating, like carrying pressure instead of support. So the question remains, why did one host look free while another looked trapped? And maybe home advantage is not always an advantage. Idea. One that many people believed for years, that if you control the ball, you control the game. But this round did not agree. For years, people connected possession with dominance. More passes, more touches, more control, more chances. At least, that was the theory. But football does not always follow theory, and one team showed this clearly. Spain. The game started exactly as expected. Nothing happened. Possession stayed. The ball moved. Time passed, but danger never arrived. The final third looked empty. The rhythm stayed the same. The control stayed the same. But the score did not move. And slowly. Do you really control anything? Then another match gave us a different answer. France. This was not the kind of game people expected. Many thought experience would decide everything. But football had another idea. Senegal did not enter the pitch to survive. They entered to compete, and from the beginning, they looked comfortable, strong in midfield, fast in transition, aggressive without panic. The game stayed alive. France had moments, but they never fully controlled the feeling of the match. And this is important, because sometimes winning and controlling are not the same thing. One team gets the result. Another team leaves a stronger impression. And in football, those are not always the same team. But then, everything changed. Germany, one of those matches that makes people stop talking, not because of tactics, not because of possession, but because of impact. From the beginning, the rhythm was different. Every attack looked dangerous. Every movement looked planned. Every mistake became punishment. And then, the goal started. Then another. At some point, people stopped. The World Cup, another famous result. One that football fans never forgot. But there was something different here. This was not emotion. This was control. Stay calm can become very difficult to stop. So after these matches, one question stayed. Did possession fail? Or are teams changing? Maybe football is becoming simpler. Less control. More decisions. Less beauty. More efficiency. And if that is true, then many teams may need to change faster than expected. World Cups are not only about teams. Sometimes, they become stories about people. One player, one moment, one decision. And suddenly, millions of people start watching football differently. This tournament started with that feeling. Not because of tactics, not because of formations, but because names return to the center. Names that people already know. Names that carry expectations before touching the ball. And once the whistle starts, those expectations become pressure. Argentina entered with confidence. Not loud confidence, not emotional confidence, just calm. like a team that already knows what it wants. The game never felt rushed. There was patience, control, and clear ideas. Then came the moment people waited for. Messi not entering the spotlight, not creating drama, just doing what he has done for years, moving quietly, finding space, making difficult things look normal. And suddenly, the conversation changed. People stopped talking about age, stopped talking about time, stopped talking about endings. Because some players create a strange feeling. Every time people think the story is slowing down, they open another chapter. But football never waits. And somewhere else, another story started moving. Mbappe, different energy, different speed, different style. Where one player controls rhythm, the other changes rhythm. Fast runs, sharp movement, direct decisions, no extra touches, no waiting. And that is what made this feel interesting. Not because one player is replacing another, but because football always creates new races, old experience, new speed, one generation, then another. And maybe people enjoy football most when both exist together. But not every big name had the same beginning. Portugal entered with expectations. People expected confidence, control, clear attacking football. And for moments, it looked possible. The ball moved, possession stayed, space appeared. But then, something felt incomplete. The final action never arrived. Attacks stopped too early. Good positions ended with nothing. And slowly, the pressure started growing. Because football changes quickly. If you miss one chance, people forget the 10 before it. And in that atmosphere, every movement becomes visible. Every decision becomes bigger. And every touch starts carrying weight. Then attention moved to Ronaldo. Not because he played badly, but because expectations around him are never normal. People do not watch him like other players. Every shot, every run, every moment gets analyzed, compared. Ever since the World Cup started, it creates some pretty incredible stories. However, some are more memorable than others. That's because they carry so much emotion and meaning. We have been watching with much anticipation, hoping for a win that perhaps feels more like a victory than a loss. We have witnessed strong teams showcase their identity, making each game a unique experience. And at times, we've seen too much hope fueled by the excitement and passion of the players. So let's start with the Moroccan team. We could see confidence and determination in their eyes, not excitement or chaos. They seemed to have played with a plan, ready to take on the competition. Every movement was smooth, and they seemed to control every aspect of the game. The pressure was palpable, and it was clear they respected their opponents without any fear. That was surely a game-changing moment. Egypt followed, presenting a different style, rhythm, and energy level. They seemed less eager to win, more content. It's not just about winning anymore, but about how the game is played and respected. This is a story about how having a strong team mindset can change everything. Then we saw Egypt, showing a different level of fortitude, not fear or weakness, but a sense of urgency to make the most of every situation. They pushed themselves to do too much, too early, and without proper preparation. And on some days, that can seem like a mistake. It's not about winning or losing anymore, but about displaying strong team spirit in the face of tough challenges. And that's why this round story isn't just about disappointment. There are those teams that have shown their true selves, and there are those who still hide behind their secrets. Perhaps this round will be remembered as a testament to how football can morph into a journey of self-discovery. And there is one question that still remains unanswered. Which teams were truly genuine, and which were just trying to make the most of the situation? World Cup starts with famous athletes and teams, large established teams, renowned players, high expectations set for these events. However, not all World Cups end as anticipated. Amidst the chaos, new stories arise. Perhaps it's just this way. Not immediately highlighted in headlines, not reported in winning or losing categories. Instead, beneath the surface, new beginnings appear. Maybe this was what we saw. Not front page news, not in final scores, but within the game's details. While everyone focused on legends of the past, other players quietly began making their mark. Young, undiscovered talents, unexpected players. Players with nothing to lose. Football becomes risky when this happens. It's a dynamic sport. One outstanding performance and everyone recognizes your name. One confident display, and expectations are skyrocketed. At this opening round, we saw subtle signs. Some players indicated readiness for bigger moments. Other teams displayed calmness that left room for surprise. Meanwhile, instead it quietly appears. Then suddenly, everyone realizes too late. After witnessing new names emerge, familiar faces become quieter, not because they have lost their appeal, not because they have lost their passion. Instead, football evolves. Each generation believes it will last forever, and every generation encounters another. This isn't a failure, it's how football operates. But the most remarkable aspect of this opening round were not unexpected moments. It was the sensation of something new. Many teams appeared cautious, overly cautious, as if avoiding making a mistake, as if victory was more daunting than defeat. And maybe that was why many outcomes happened. For fear has a profound impact on football. It shapes players' movements, determination, passing ability, confidence in decision-making, and sometimes it even impacts entire tournaments. But now the competition begins, and the toughest part begins, because expectations seem gone. Excuses are no longer offered, and each team understands something of the competition they must face. This formidable challenge is not going to wait. Some teams will adapt to the changes. Some teams will disappear without a trace. Some stars will flourish. Others will be remembered as memories. But somewhere, deep within each team or group, one player remains hidden, waiting, observing, growing. The true hidden champion, the one not expected by the masses. So, what do you think about it? After witnessing all these surprises, who surprised you the most? Who disappoints you the most? And which team do you think is attempting to conceal its true identity?